because people will hear that and think I do that.
Well, I don't know if you do it, but I
have any reason to think I do that?
I don't know.
Do you have any reason to think I do that?
I don't know, because you just said that. You said you cracking a joke with Joe. Like, oh, they can
you cracking a joke with Joe?
I don't know. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
I think the people need to see this show.
Hey, you like, oh my God.
Guess what? It's going out.
It's going out.
What's the difference between what we did last week?
Just want to care about what people shouldn't see, then shut up.
Then don't say it.
This is going out.
I'm comfortable with everything I'm saying.
Okay. This is going right out.
I love you, Flip.
I love you too.
FedEx too.
But no, I don't backbite. As a matter of fact,
next to it, separate shit.
UPS, here's the tracking link.
As a matter of fact, you know I don't, because whatever you ever told me, you know ain't never come out, and whatever ever happened that I witnessed to, I ain't never said shit about.
Yeah, like
even when
you kept your secrets.
I'm not gonna say it because then I have to say it. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't nobody up here say nothing different.
Your secrets.
We kept your secrets, boy.
What secrets?
We know your secrets.
I'll tell you off air. I'm not even going to allude to it on air. I don't move that way.
See, this is loyal.
That's not loyal.
Not that shit you do. This lawyer ain't gonna blow you up in front of millions, nigga.
Please, you talking about?
No, and to be clear for once, it ain't nothing personal. It ain't about personal life. I don't want to make it sound like that because I don't want people to think.
Oh, you talking about anything that I tell you, niggas? Anything that happened, I can talk about.
And it's for you to talk about.
So anything that
I'm saying, I won't.
So if you allude to it, because you say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't. I say regular words that's tricky to you.
Tricky words, funny as shit.
That's another thing you do, right? Like, my nigga, you the busiest man in the world. You spend 1,000 hours trying to communicate and speak to people to be accepted by people that this community, that this nigga built through the community. I don't need to do that. That's our job. I believe in myself.
That's our job.
Our job is to come up here and work and show and put our best foot forward.
And that's what I do.
That's our job. And plus do other shit behind the scenes.
You mean like promote the show?
To try to win favor. You try to win favors.
You mean like fan engagement?
You try to win favors.
All right, you already know.
To me, you try to win favors.
With the fans?
And then on top of that, even if you do win favors,
they're on audience.
Even if you do win favors, you try to point out everything else that nobody do. That's sucker shit to me.
When do I do that?
You try to point out.
Don't call me a sucker no more. 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 Don't call me a sucker no more.
That's sucker shit. I'm not calling you. I'm saying that's sucker shit. I can take that. I'm not calling you. I'm saying that's sucker shit. You're not a sucker, but that's sucker shit. And I'm telling you,
you say that sucker shit, I take it like you saying it to me. So I'm saying.
What I'm saying.
Let's do this. Let's both calm down. No.
Stop doing that.
No, I'm saying let's both calm down. Let's both calm down. Because I'm telling you right now, the way you talking to me, I'm taking a different way. So let's both calm down.
So what does that mean, though?
I'm saying let's talk like brothers.
You don't gotta say that.
I'm saying because and you ain't gotta say that sucker shit. So I'm saying let's both.
You're not a sucker, but I said the behavior that happened.
Then we good.
To me.
Then we good. Then we good. Now let's get back to the show.
But that's why you saying that?
Because when you say that sucker shit, that I take that as disrespectful. And I take that as to me. To me, so I'm trying to tell you.
But there's a lot of shit you say to niggas that we take disrespectful, but for the
sake of shit you said I take disrespectful. Nigga, I'm not gonna talk about it on air because I'm not you.
I'm afraid.
So at the end of the day, I'm not you. This is what you do, and then I'm gonna leave the shit alone. No, fuck that. No, Imani, I'm not potting. I'm not potting. Nigga, don't fucking say it. What the fuck is you doing? Nigga, are we talking to me?
Had to grab him. Joe Buttons is a diabolical genius. He is. He should have been a criminal mastermind. He's like a Batman villain. It all started when he brought on his nigga J1. J1 not even on the show no more. He just came on his bitch to start some shit.
J1 asked a very triggering question to the cast members. Hey, who do you guys think deserves to be paid the least up here?
He said, what?
Who deserves the least?
I'm not doing that.
See that's not come back.
I ain't never doing that. That's that J1 shit. I ain't never. It's not my job. I'm not the ball. I don't do the police work. I'm just saying.
If you were Joe and Ian was your partner,
I don't do the police. No, it's not Joe. I don't decide it.
Oh well, if you and Ian were partners,
that's that smooth shit right there. It's Ian.
That's the bullshit. He CC'd on the emails.
You can't even ask that because some people bring their fan bases here. Some people, I'm new, so it's like people always like what they see new. You know what I mean? It would have to be a longer time of me being here and shit like that. Now, that's what I'm saying. Whatever motherfuckers, if they brought Marc up here to be the smart nigga, you do very well at being a smart nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I go. But
they bring you to be the funny nigga.
If you couldn't possibly say
That was it right there. As soon as Marc said that, you saw a little look from Queensflip, and you knew it was never right since then. That was personal. That was a personal shot. Even though I think Marc was being very diplomatic, as he tends to be. I think he was being diplomatic, but it still it struck a chord with Queensflip.
You couldn't possibly say.
Now, I'm not sure why discussing personal matters like your contract, how much you get paid.
And basically, he tried to allude to the fact that Queensflip is useless, especially since they got funny Mona. But the Queensflip is funny. He funny.
How much bonus you get is a very riveting question up there at the Joe Budden podcast. If there's no more topics, best believe these guys are either going to talk about women or who deserves to be paid the most or paid the least up there. The punching bag of the show, which Marc knows that Flip does not like. These two guys get into a heated argument. Flip tells Marc, yo, what you're doing, trying to diss me and clown me and disrespect me for the audience is sucker shit. And that's where things go left once again.
Marc Lamont was like, call me another sucker.
Because when you say that sucker, that I take that as disrespectful.
There's a lot of you say that we take disrespectful before the
and as long as you said I take disrespectful. No, Imani, I'm not potting. I'm not potting. Nigga, don't fucking say it. What you doing? Are we talking or we potting? No, every time you get mad, you talk like that pussy they not. No, you told me a sucker. That's the same shit.
No, y'all can't talk outside.
He stomped off.
No, y'all.
I'm talking to outside.
Not outside. You're not.
Yes, on Friday night of last week, Joe Budden would go on Spaces and say 2 cast members almost came to blow.
2 of our castmates almost fought. Do you want to pay-per-view it, or do you want to just put it out?
If that really happened, I really think...
Look, you wouldn't know, right? Because you're in here having a blast.
It's true. And if
having
we
a
do
slice.
have that, hold on, if that really did happen.
And after that, many thought he was engaging in content over everything tactics. But from today's episode, we can see that wasn't the case. So this whole Marc versus Flip situation has been brewing over the last few months, with the two of them fighting for control of the show. It's almost like a reconciliation of Joe Budden's past and Joe Budden's future. And one side you have Flip, the antic-driven man who's able to entertain in an empty room. On the other side, you have Marc Lamont Hill,
who think he better than everybody. I think that's also what made Queensflip mad. You could tell when he got to the part when he was like, you just try to use your big words.
Allude to it because you say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't. I say regular words that's tricky to you.
Tricky words funny as shit.
That's another thing you...
I don't just because you don't got that many words don't mean that. I wonder how much is Joe paying for that?
Why don't you be a team player, let Mona finish?
Here's the thing.
Why don't you let Mona finish? She was making an important point. Please finish, Mona.
I'm gonna ball these feet up.
I
Don't say I'm
apologize, Mona.
asleep.
I apologize, Mona. Go ahead.
That's all I'm saying.
You always stepping on people, man.
Shut up.
I apologize, Mona. Go ahead, girl.
Flip. Listen, you're all right with me. What
I
I'm
know, we
saying
locked
is,
in.
I don't even know how or why Queensflip took that away. My best guess, if I'm just guessing here, people, is because Marc didn't finish, Queensflip probably interpreted that as, oh, Marc is saying that I'm here for no reason, right? Because he says, well, Queensflip, right? So maybe that's why. But
he was sensitive. I think that's because he feel like he not really doing his job. That's his own personal shit. He doing fine. You funny, man.
I think Marc was trying to say, oh, Queensflip is here to be the funny guy too, but then stop talking because Mona kept talking. Well, then that escalated, right? Then Queensflip waited until Mona was done, and then he called out Marc fully. Now, what he was calling Marc out for kind of really shows you Queensflip been wanting to get this off his chest. This was never about that particular comment that Marc says. This is something that Queensflip been feeling, because what happens when a new person comes on the Joe Budden podcast, Joe kind of gives them favor, Joe kind of gives them Potter of the Month, and the fan base falls in love with them and tells them how much better they are than all the other hosts. And then they're there for about 6 months, and a new host comes, and then the fan base tells that person how much better they are than all the other hosts. And then that person begins to feel themselves, and the other host begins to get jealous.
Oh, I don't know.
Thank you, because I don't want people, because people will hear that and think I do that.
Well, I don't know if you do it, but I
you have any reason to think I do that?
I don't know.
Do you have any reason to think I do that? Is what I said.
Because you just said that. You said you cracking a joke with Joe. Like, oh,
Did you cracking a joke with Joe?
I don't know. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I think the people need to see this show.
Hey, here you got.
Hey, guess what? It's going out.
It's going out.
What's the difference between what we did last week?
Just want to care about what people shouldn't see, then shut up.
Then don't say it.
This is going out.
I'm comfortable with everything I'm saying.
Okay. This is going right out.
I love you, Flip.
I love you too.
FedEx too.
But no, I don't backbite. Hey, as a matter of fact,
next to it, separate.
UPS, here's the tracking link.
As a matter of fact, you know I don't. Because whatever you've ever told me, you know ain't never come out. And whatever ever happened that I witnessed to, I ain't never said shit about.
Yeah.
kept your secrets.
I'm not gonna say it because then I'll say
what? Yeah, we kept your secrets.
That's all I'm gonna say.
What secrets?
And can't nobody up here say nothing different.
What secrets?
We kept your secrets, boy.
What secrets?
We know your secrets.
I'll tell you off air. I'm not even going to allude to it on here because I don't move that way.
See, this is loyal.
That's not loyal.
Not that shit you do.
Anyway, long story short, they didn't end up fighting or whatever. And then, today it's all about apologies. Everybody's sorry.
The true answer is no. Never known him to do that. I was just being ignorant at that time. I wanted to be ignorant.
Yo, Flip, did he catch you by surprise? Like his reaction?
I know. Mark didn't catch me by surprise at all, man. I mean, I understood his frustration. Marc is a person. What I learned about Marc is Marc tries his best to look out for people, especially me. Like behind the scenes. Yo, what do you need? He doesn't get sleep. If I asked Marc for a favor, he wouldn't go to sleep until he makes sure that favor happens.
So, Flip, can I ask you a question?
Hold on. Let me finish that, and I promise that. So, I understand his frustration. Like, yo, bro, you putting this on me, knowing how far I would go. You should know that we're just potting. I just chose at that moment to be ignorant. I have to stand on that. I chose that. Just chose that route. Yo, all right, nigga, you playing a little bit too much with me. That's the angle I chose, and I just went with it. Okay, you asked me a question.
No, you seem to have a calmer demeanor throughout the whole kind of, debate or whatever the case may be. What made you stand up? Was it true aggression or was it just because you was trying to, optics fix yourself?
No comment. I think that that comment that doesn't matter. I think I shouldn't have stood up, and that's it. I shouldn't have stood up, regardless of what it is. Regardless of what my reason is to stand up, I shouldn't just stand up. I was just, like I said, I was in my bag, and that's what it is. And we should believe when people tell, you guys should believe when a person tell you that didn't happen. Take it, take it for what it is, because that's just the truth. And I came up here because I wasn't gonna come up here. Shout out to everybody putting it together. I heard the shots that flipped the network. I heard the identity shots, which is nonsense. I heard then. The space was given when somebody said, yo, do you watch his channel? He's still putting up numbers. He's do what he do. Then I heard somebody backbite. It was just a bunch. I just respected that. And then I heard my man Marc up here, so I decided to come up here and just express myself and say that, it was me taking the shit how I took it. You know what I mean?
Right. And them niggas ain't gonna fuck up all that good Joe Budden money. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Was this all an orchestrated fight? Is this like wrestling? Because we doing the in-ring interviews and behind the ring interviews. Come on, man.